Ever take a bunch of landscape photos and get back to your house, put them up on your computer, and they just all look boring and flat? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make your landscape photos look awesome, and it's super easy to do, so let's get to it. What's up everybody, Pete Coco here. I am a headshot and portrait photographer with a studio in New York, but in today's video, I'm gonna talk to you about landscape photos. Now, one of the things that I love to do, especially in the winter time, is I grab my Canon EOS R5 and I head out to one of our really nice, beautiful Long Island beaches and I take a bunch of landscape photos. Now, the reason I like doing this is because the winter beach is almost completely deserted, so there's not a lot of people around. The air is crisp and cold, it reinvigorates you, and it's a lot of fun. So if you're looking for just to get out of the house and just have your camera and have your thoughts with you and have a good time, it's one of my favorite places to do that. All right, so what are you gonna need to do this? Well, first of all, you need one of these, a camera, right? We all got one of those. I use my Canon EOS R5. I love this camera. I don't think I've ever been in love with a camera before, but this might be the one. So I have my Canon EOS R5, and now here's the other thing you're going to need is a very, well, not obscure program, but lesser known program called Affinity Photo. Now, Affinity Photo is gonna cost you like 50, 60 bucks. It's dirt cheap, and it's basically Photoshop, except much more user-friendly. So I've been using Affinity for probably about a year and a half now, and I barely ever touched Photoshop since I started using it. In Affinity Photo, there's this really cool feature. It's called tone mapping. And so I'm gonna show you how to use that, and I'm gonna show you why you use that to make your landscape photos pop. Now, if you don't live near a beach like me, that's okay. Any kind of nature will do. This will work on any kind of landscape photos. One of the other reasons I love the beach photos in wintertime is because an empty beach, when you do this kind of dramatic photo shoot, it has this sort of eerie, otherworldly look to it. It's like looking at like the moon landscape or something like that. So now what you want to do is you want to set your camera to the manual mode, to M. And now basically I'm going to more or less follow the meter. Now all the photos in this little tutorial I took in the middle of the day. So it was not nighttime, it was not morning, it was between 12 and like 3:30ish in the daytime. So even if you're taking the photos at sort of the not ideal time, you can still get these cool effects. So what you want to do is put the camera on manual, and then you're going to use the meter. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to purposely underexpose the photos. So even before we get the photos into Affinity, if you underexpose the photos in the camera, it's already going to add a little bit of drama. Now, once we've got our photos taken, we're gonna go back home to our computer, upload the photos, and we're gonna open them in Affinity. It's actually super easy to adjust them and make them look really dramatic. So you're gonna go and click on the tone mapping icon, which is on the top sort of left-hand side of the screen. And then you're going to basically use tone compression and local contrast, which are the top two sliders, and adjust them back and forth, and just play with that, because you're gonna see how the drama of the images will really be brought out, and you're going to be able to get a photo that looks sort of flat and boring in the camera to look amazing and almost otherworldly. The other thing I'm gonna say is, even though I'm doing this all black and whites in here, this works super awesome for color photos too, because you can really pull out the color. So I'll click on the black and white preset first and then adjust from there, but try out these other presets because you can get a lot of really cool results. And again, it's not hard to do. Now, the next step I'll do is I'll usually adjust the black point and pull the black point in a little bit darker, a little bit more black, but it depends on the specific photo. Then you save that, obviously. And then the next step is to just use the regular tools you would use to kind of tweak the photo. So sometimes I'll tweak it with levels, sometimes I'll paint in a little bit more drama. More times than not, I'm just going to let it fly as it is. All right, so there you have it. It's really that simple. So again, if you're not using Affinity Photo, I highly recommend you check it out. It's been one of the best and least expensive purchases I've made in my photography journey. And again, I use it basically for everything. And you can use tone mapping and these other tools for portraits as well. So check that out. It really can bring in a lot of drama to your portraits if you're looking for that as well. And I'll probably do a video on that at some point just to show you what I do there. But I hope you found this quick tutorial to be informative and fun. As usual, subscribe, hit the like button, share this video, and let me know in the comments what you think. If you have a different way of doing this, if you have tried it, I'd love to see some of your photos. And as usual, I hope you all have a great day with your camera. All right, bye everyone.